Okay.
Sí.
Así, ¿quieres esterilizar a ella cuando
Pero ya que,
ellos están listos?
Sí, ya que los perritos salgan de la teta.
Sí. ¿Sabes cuántas semanas tienen los perritos?
Apenas 2. Van para 3 semanas.
Ok.
No, están todos, están bien, están...
This is Vet Tales, the story of the sailing veterinary clinic. Last episode, we continued heading towards La Paz, where our new standing rigging awaited us. This episode, we make it there and get started on our first veterinary project of the season.
It is 4:30 in the morning, and we are about to, hopefully, the last leg of the trip to La Paz. Looks like it's going to be a pretty calm day again. The motor is on. We'll see. Maybe we get to sail a little bit in the middle of the day, but yeah. If not, motoring to La Paz, and then we'll be able to get the rigging done, which is exciting. Jim's got first watch, so he's turkey cheese roll, and got himself a big old jug of coffee.
Jim had some early morning dolphin visitors as the sun was rising. We had some light winds right on the nose, but nothing we could utilise to sail, so the motoring continued.
We're about 2 hours north of La Paz, just motoring into a light southerly, going between 6 and 6.5 knots. We should be there, in about 2 hours. Pretty uneventful morning so far.
We have made it to the anchorage of La Paz, anchored up in our kind of usual spot, which is pretty far from the marinas and boat traffic and closer to this little beach here on kind of the opposite side of the canal to La Paz downtown. All in all, we had a good trip. A lot of motoring. I'm gonna go down here in case it's windy. A lot of motoring, which was kind of to be expected because we were essentially trying to avoid high winds, and then it meant that there was days of low winds. We moved, but yeah, we're ready to get the rigging done. We're hoping to get the sails off tomorrow and then go into the marina the next day, and then the next day start doing the rig. So yeah, all systems go. We're really excited. All right, Jim's just getting the sail ready. We're gonna, sun's setting and it's finally calm. We're gonna attempt to get the head sail down. Make sure it don't fall overboard. That only took like 3 minutes. We always think it's this big job and then we pull it down, we're like, oh, it's down. Got to fold it up, put it in the bag now. My hair is so disgustingly greasy. I really need to have a proper shower. Alright, we are about to lift anchor. Jim's just heading up the front to go into the marina. I'm pretty nervous. There's like 10 knots of wind, which would be nice if there was none. And the dock they have us on is pretty much the hardest dock to get into, I think, in the entire marina. It's like the deepest dock. It's the end dock, the deepest in. There's only like 35 foot of room. Like once we're in the slip, there's only about 35 foot of room behind us to the rocks, which just means when I'm maneuvering in, I just don't have a ton of space. And it's on, we're going to be docking on the starboard side of the boat, which means we'll be turning to port. And sailboats with a right propeller, the prop wash pushes you kind of the other way, so it like is the more difficult way to turn. Most boats turn better to starboard than they do to port. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Hopefully it goes okay. We're gonna do a quick practice out here and just get reverse down pat and stuff too before we go. Ready?
Yeah, can you forward just a little bit?
Yep. So this marina is also notoriously difficult to get into because it has a very narrow channel going to it, and boats have run aground before. But the marina staff are actually meeting us in a boat to guide us in, so should be fine. Also, we have the shallow draft.
Okay, we made the turn into their narrow little channel, and they have a little boat out here for us to follow.
I always get so worried about nothing. So it was really cool. The guys, Diego, who's the marina manager, met us at the entrance to the channel and helped us get all the way in. Never saw less than 2.9 meters. So yeah, came in through the channel. And then as it turned out, they put us in this lovely easy slip. As you can see, nice runway to come in. Docked on the port side. Chuffed loves turning that way to starboard. And when I reverse, her bum naturally goes to port, so worked very well. And no big boats beside us, only just the little marina boat. So all in all, I worried about nothing for 24 hours, thinking we were going to be in the hardest marina slip, and we've ended up in the easiest one. Docking went fine. We still never filmed the docking. It's like now become like a luck thing where we don't want to jinx it by ever filming it. But yeah, we're here, and now we're here, the rig is out. Woo!
Before beginning the rig job, we wanted to get started on our first veterinary project.
Alright, just packed up the last of the veterinary stuff, and we're going to head into Pichilingue, which is a small beach town about 40 minutes drive east of La Paz, I guess it is. La Paz kind of comes in at an angle. We have heard that there is a man there who more or less has been rescuing dogs and cats for some time, and periodically people go and do spay and neuter and kind of try to get all the animals up to date, but then he gets more dumped on him and then they, you know, breed again and things like that. So we're going to go see where he's at. We're going to bring him some dog and cat food because he has quite a few animals now that he looks after, but also see if there's anything they need. And then also find out what we can do to help ongoing in terms of like whether the animals need vaccinations, whether they need spay and neuter. And we're also going to just visit the other areas along the beach there where there's some restaurants and other people live to find out what the needs are of the community and hopefully address them. Bit of a traffic jam. There's a bunch of goats crossing the road. And they all are. we're in Pichilingue. We came for the first time in the car because we don't really know exactly where the place we're trying to find is. We had yet to find it. We just drove to one end of the beach. We're driving to the other. We're going to go chat to the restaurants because apparently there's some dogs in the restaurants and some of them may need some care. So we're going to talk to them first. Then we're going to basically keep driving around until we find Jorge. We know his name. And the dogs and cats that apparently live with him. We did see one pregnant mummy dog kind of as we were coming in, so my vet instincts are tingling and tell me maybe that's a good spot to start to, so we'll see.
Our first stop was the restaurant in Pichilingue to check over the 4 dogs that call it home. During these initial visits, we keep things pretty simple. First, I gave the dogs a full check over, looking at their teeth, checking gum colour, examining their eyes, ears and skin, and listening to their heart and lungs, as well as just having a feel of their abdomen and the range of motion in their joints. We also gave each of the dogs an all-in-one flea, tick and worming product. We had a really good chat to their owner Ignacio about the health needs of the dogs and also got his contact information to organise future treatments. He also was able to show us where Jorge lived. Jorge lives in this small shelter where the fishing boats are stored on the beach. Over the years, he's accumulated a number of stray dogs and cats and adopted each of them. As you can see, they're really well fed and cared for. A new mama dog had recently been abandoned here with her 11 puppies that all needed their first veterinary checkup.
¿Sabes cuántas semanas tienen los perritos?
Apenas 2. Van para 3 semanas.
Okay.
On top of all the normal things we do during a veterinary examination, we also check puppies carefully for congenital issues like a cleft palate, hernias, or heart murmurs that can indicate abnormal heart development. Thankfully, these puppies were fat and healthy.
Animales no tienen.
Our veterinary projects are funded by donators and our patrons. Their support allows us to buy much-needed preventative medicine products like vaccinations and worming pills, as well as provide other life-changing treatments to the animals we see. You can help support our work by following the links in the description below to our website or our Patreon page. Patrons get lots of extras like live updates and early access to ad-free episodes.
No, ese está en...
That's the dog from up there, isn't it?
Maybe.
Maybe it reminds me of Tito and Roland. Oh yeah, you can see the smoke even on. Right, we just got back from Pichilingue. It was a good trip. This is kind of what we discovered while we were there. Jorge he basically has been kind of unofficially rescuing cats and dogs for a long time. People kind of know he's there, so they tend to dump animals on him. In good news, almost all of his pets have already been spayed and neutered, which is great. So it's a community where people with resources go a lot, so they've seen him, they know he's needed help, and they've managed to get most of the animals spayed and neutered. They all also had their vaccines last year, except for the one new mum that has the 11 puppies. So she was dumped along with the puppies there at his little camp there. So we're going to make sure the mum gets vaccinated and spayed, and then give all of the puppies their first vaccines. We're also going to look at doing just some posts and some kind of just put the word out there that there's puppies there, in the hope that maybe there's some people who want puppies. Because as Jorge said, he already has many dogs, and it's hard with puppies because they don't know the road rules so well, and he's right next to a kind of major road and things. So yeah, better for them to find other homes if they can. And then across the road from where Jorge is, there's a restaurant that has 4 dogs as well who do need their vaccines, and the female dog does need to be spayed. But that's it. There's not a ton of dogs there. None of them are strays. Jorge looks after all of his group. We didn't see any strays on the beach. And then the restaurant has their 4 they look after, and they're all rescues as well that have come in over time. So yeah, everyone's doing a really good job looking after their animals. They're all very healthy. We did some worming and flea and tick stuff and things like that, but for the most part, all the animals are looking very, very healthy and happy. And yeah, we gave Jorge a bit of extra food for them because obviously feeding, his little pack can get expensive and things like that, and he obviously doesn't have many resources, so that's good. But it's pretty common for people to drop food off for him, so that's why all the puppies look so fat and healthy, and so does the mama dog. Yeah, so we're just kind of finishing off some things there, and all the animals will be looking really good.
A big thank you to our patrons and all of our supporters who make our projects and these videos possible. We couldn't do this without you all. Next episode, we get a new rig. Until then, stay chuffed, everybody.